Hi everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about realistic expectations for profits when it comes to liquidation orders. I see a lot of questions and comments related to how much money you can realistically expect to make off of certain liquidation purchases that I show on my YouTube channel. I get a lot of requests about reporting back on exact profits that I made per order. For instance, if I bought a pallet for $2,000, I get requests to tell you exactly how much profit I made off of that one pallet, however long it takes for it all to sell. And I have to be honest and tell you guys, that would be nearly impossible for me to do. I understand the curiosity of knowing exactly how much profit I made, not estimates, but profits I made off of liquidation orders that I show you guys on my YouTube channel. But honestly, that would be so incredibly difficult for me to keep track of because I have so many orders coming in and out almost weekly. Because I am a one-person show, I do not have the time nor the patience to go through and notate each individual exact item that came from each individual exact order I've placed and keep track of exactly what the profits were on that item and have a spreadsheet, because I have to tell you, I rarely get less than 500 items in one single order. As a matter of fact, the last 4-pallet order that I received, I had almost 5,000 units in it. So the idea that I never specifically follow up and let you guys know exact profits off each individual unboxing that I do, this is just me trying to explain why that doesn't ever happen. But what I can do is have an open conversation with you guys about some realistic expectations for profits on certain kind of lots that I buy, so that you can get an idea of whether or not the profits would be worth your time if you wanted to try those same lots. So part of the reason why I want to go over realistic expectations of profits is also because the margin of profit is significantly different when we're talking about liquidation and wholesale versus something like a thrift store or yard sale find. A lot of sellers that want to transition from thrift store and yard sale finds to buying liquidation or wholesale, it is a completely different world in terms of profits. Because when you're flipping secondhand, you've developed an expectation of return. But when you move into something like liquidation and wholesale, it's so wildly different, it can catch sellers off guard. I've actually spoken to several sellers that have made the change from thrifts to liquidation, and they were found with disappointment when they received their liquidation order because they found that they could only make a 30 or a 50% margin when they were used to getting 5 to 8 times their money back. So I figured that having this open discussion about realistic profits when it comes to liquidation or wholesale would help lessen the shock value of what you were used to if you've only ever done thrifted or yard sale merchandise for sale online. The one kind of liquidation lot that is almost always predictable for me, which is the one that I'm going to talk about with you guys in this video, is cosmetics. I also figured that talking about projected profits for cosmetics liquidation is a really good one to have in this open discussion, because it's also the one that I get the most questions about. Because of all of the health and beauty items that I sell, cosmetics are routinely the lowest average sale price that I have, and they are almost always free shipping. So whether I would point these out in an unboxing video or talk about them in a sold video, a common question or a common comment that I would get is, how are you even making money off this? Because if you're selling something for $8 or $7 with free shipping, it appears as though it is a complete waste of time. It looks to you like I am just spending my time selling something for pennies, and it's really hard to understand where the logic comes into play. There's also this idea that cosmetics are extremely oversaturated, that they don't move as fast as other HBA products do, and you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong to say that cosmetics not only sell for a lower price point, but they also don't sell as fast as other health and beauty items. But I still love to sell them. And let me tell you why. Because there are millions of women out there that wear cosmetics. And there are millions of women out there that don't like to buy expensive cosmetics. Especially now with the pandemic going on, a lot of people are wanting to just stay at home and order online. And they're looking online for the best possible price because everybody's trying to pinch their pennies right now. But I tell you, women are still wearing their makeup. But I first wanted to point out that I am a firm believer that cosmetics are a great store filler. I do not think that making a store completely full of cosmetics is a wise business move. And you're going to see why when we start talking about these profit projections. If you wanted to make a full-time income selling online, if you wanted to try to reach anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a week in profits, it would take a lot of these cosmetics in order to do that. And like I previously mentioned, I said that you're not wrong with thinking that cosmetics can have a slower sell-through rate because there is a lot more competition for them. So if you build a store based on low profit and low sell-through rate items, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to turn out a full-time income. However, if you're someone who's looking to make an extra $50 a week, having a little cosmetics eBay store could be a really good option for you. So now this current profit projection that I'm going to be going over with you today is in relation to a brand new CoverGirl cosmetics box that I just received from Wholesale Ninjas. The unboxing is not live on my channel yet. However, I hope to have it up on my channel within the next couple of weeks if you'd like to see what came in that CoverGirl cosmetics lot. But what I can tell you is that the cost of goods was $1.10 per unit, and I received 500 units. Shipping was roughly $27, which added a few cents per unit to my cost of goods. I also want to do something a little bit different with you today, and I want to show you an actual price comparison between cosmetics wholesale price versus cosmetics liquidation price. And I tell you, it's really going to open your eyes to liquidation versus wholesale because the price difference is shocking. Now, for this profit projection, I was going off of a cost of goods amount of $1.17 per unit. That is based off of this specific CoverGirl Cosmetics liquidation lot. Now, this $1.17 cost of goods per unit stems from the $1.10 unit price when you receive 500 units or more from Wholesale Ninjas. It also factors in a few cents extra for the shipping cost, as well as a few cents more for any breakage that was in that order, which I did have some breakage. So I went ahead and added another few cents per unit to cover that. So that's where the $1.17 per unit comes from. And I do have to tell you guys that Wholesale Ninjas is by far my favorite place to get cosmetics because in my opinion, it is the lowest cost per unit that I have found buying in these quantities. A lot of the other companies out there, you will pay $1.50 or more per cosmetic piece. And that to me is just too much. Like I mentioned, you're going to be getting a lower average sale price with cosmetics. So the entire idea of that is you must keep your cost of goods as low as possible. And so being able to get cosmetics for only $1.10 per unit from Wholesale Ninjas is fantastic. So if you're wanting to try sourcing cosmetics and putting them in your eBay store, I highly recommend Wholesale Ninjas for that. I do have a coupon code that gets you $25 off any order at Wholesale Ninjas. I will link it down in the video description. I'll also pin it to the top comment. It's just Lindey25. There's no minimum order. And like I said, having that box shipped to me was roughly $27. So when you use my coupon code, it's almost like getting free shipping on any cosmetics box. All right, let's talk profit. Now, the first thing I want to point out is that not all cosmetics are created equally. We're talking all of the major drugstore brands. All of those are basically created equally, but it's the kind of cosmetics that sometimes sell for more than others. For instance, almost always foundations will sell for more than lipsticks, or concealers will sell for more than blush. And then if you want to get down even deeper into that, some shades of lipstick will sell for more than other shades of lipstick. There's a lot of variables, so it's really hard to pinpoint an exact projected profit. but I'm gonna do my best anyway. So now all of these profit projections are based off of the eBay managed payment system because I am currently enrolled in eBay managed payments. If you are not currently enrolled in eBay managed payments, you might be paying slightly more in total fees with PayPal. So there might be a few cents variance here, but I am going off of the eBay fees at 12.5% because I'm in eBay managed payments. So if we're talking about a cosmetic that sells for $7 in free shipping, which is the lowest I would want to list one single cosmetic for, I would be paying $1.17 in eBay fees. It would ship first class at 4 ounces, which is roughly averaged at $2.83 for the shipping label. Could be cheaper, could be a little bit more depending on where your buyer is in relation to you, but it's usually like 5 cents give or take. So we'll just use the average of $2.83 for the shipping label. And then I also figure 15 cents for the small bubble mailer and the sticky shipping label cost. Now I pay roughly 10 cents per small bubble mailer for cosmetics. I will link my favorite bubble mailer down in the video description. It's the perfect size for cosmetics. It's long enough for things like lip liner, eyeliner, eyebrow pencils, but then it's nice and thick enough to protect small cosmetics. There's a really nice thick bubble layer in it. I personally don't think that all bubble mailers are created equal, so I'll make sure to link the one that I found that I like the most for cosmetics. I'll link it down below, but it is roughly 10 cents per item. I buy them in bulk at 500 pieces for $50. So 10 cents for the bubble mailer plus 5 cents roughly for the shipping label and the toner ink that I use for printing. So that leaves me with $2.85 less $1.17 for my cost of goods. So that $7 and free shipping sale nets me a $1.68 profit. Now, before you roll your eyes at me and say something like, oh, $1.68 profit, well, that's nothing. You can't think of it like, oh, it's just $1.68 profit, no big deal. You have to think of it like this. That is almost 2.5 times your money back. If you put that money in the stock market and you got 2.5 times your money back, I bet you'd be pretty happy. So think of it like that. You put in $1.17 and you got back $2.85. It's all in how you look at it. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am all for the little profits because those little profits add up. Now let's take a look at the next step up. And now this one is the average sale price that I see the most frequently across the board anytime I sell cosmetics, and that is $8 in free shipping. That seems to be the average every time I sell cosmetics. I might sell some for $9 or $10. I might sell some for $6 or $7. It always seems to average out at about $8 in free shipping. And if you sell one unit at $8 in free shipping, that means that you'll be paying $1.30 in eBay fees. You'll pay that same $2.83 for the 4-ounce shipping label, because remember, cosmetics are small, they don't weigh very much. And then another 15 cents for the bubble mailer and the shipping label. So that leaves you with $3.72 less your $1.17 cost of goods, leaves me with a profit of $2.55 off every sale. That is 3 times your money back. You put in $1.17, you get back $3.72. And that's just one sale. Remember, I just got 500 units in. Real quick, let's do $10. Now, $10 is where it really starts to get a little bit more interesting because there are cosmetics out there that will sell for $10 in free shipping. In my experience, those are things like specialty concealers, bronzers. Bronzers are a big one. Eyeshadow palettes, things like that. You will definitely get those in cosmetics liquidation. Now, with a $10 sale price with free shipping, you're looking at $1.55 in eBay fees, that same $2.83 for the shipping label, that same 15 cents for the bubble mailer and the sticky label. Now that leaves you with $5.47 less the $1.17 cost of goods, leaving you a profit of $4.30 in net profits. That is over 4.5 times your money back. Putting in $1.17 to get back $5.47. But one of my favorite parts of listing and selling cosmetics is the fact that you can sell lots of 2, 3, or 4 and pay for the exact same shipping as you would have sent one, because it's also lightweight. So like I mentioned, I don't like to list a single cosmetic for less than $7. At that point, I would rather sell multiples for more money and increase my profits in a single transaction and really take advantage of that 4-ounce shipping label to ship as many cosmetics as I can. This also helps me turn inventory more, because if you have 500 units like I have in this CoverGirl Cosmetics lot, if I only listed individual, I would have to do 500 individual transactions in order to sell through. But if I create lots and I do some singles and then I do some listings as 2, 3, or 4, it'll help me turn through that inventory faster, which means I'm getting my capital back and I'm getting my profits in a more timely manner. Logic. That's how you got to think. So now let's say you sell 2 items for $10. You'd be paying $1.55 to eBay for fees. You would have that same $2.83 shipping label and that same 15-cent bubble mailer and shipping label cost. So that leaves you with that same $5.47 that we referenced before. However, your cost of goods is different because you're not just selling 1 item, you're selling 2, which means your cost of goods in that sale is not $1.17, but rather $2.34, which leaves you a profit of $3.13, which again is 2 times your money back. Now let's take a look at selling 2 pieces for $12, which is really the most common one that I see. A lot of the times I will do 2 for $12 or I'll do 3 for $15. Those are the most common prices that I'm able to get on cosmetic lots. But if you sell 2 pieces for $12, you're looking at a $1.80 eBay fee, that same $2.83 shipping label fee, that same 15-cent bubble mailer and sticky label fee. And that leaves you with $7.22, less that same $2.34 cost of goods, because remember you sold 2, not 1, which leaves you with a profit of $4.88, which is over 3 times your money back. And of course, you can repeat it. You can do 3 for X amount of dollars, 4 for X amount of dollars, however fast you're wanting to turn your capital. So now I bet you're curious as to know what I think I will make total in profit off of this entire liquidation order. Well, based off of my own personal experience selling cosmetics and the brief research that I did on a small sample of the items that I received in this particular order, I am estimating that my profit be somewhere around $1,185.84. And I figured this number because I came up with a rough estimate profit of $2.43 per unit times 488 units that I had less the breakage from delivery. 488 units times an average of $2.43 per unit gets me the estimated profit of $1,185.84 off of this liquidation order when it all has sold. But now I can't let you guys go without showing you an actual wholesale price list for cosmetics. If you thought the profit margins for liquidation was slim, check this out. What I'm showing you right now is an actual price list for cosmetics wholesale pricing. The first example that I want to show you is this Revlon Color Stay Liner in shade black. The wholesale price is $4.86 per unit. You would have to buy 72 units per case. So that's another thing with wholesale. You have to buy large quantities. You can't just buy a couple. So $4.86 times 72 per case. Look at the eBay price. People are selling 2 packs for $21. People are selling 2 packs for $11.92. And some people are selling 1 eyeliner for $5.99 plus shipping. there's almost no profit there. Let's look at the next example. This Revlon pressed powder in light brown. The wholesale price is $6.42, and you have to buy a minimum of 36 of the exact same shade in order to get that wholesale price. Now let's take a look at what those are selling for on eBay. We have one seller selling 3 of them for $20.63. We have another seller that sold 2 of them on best offer for less than $15 plus shipping. And then we have someone who sold it for $8.25 with free shipping. I can about guarantee that seller made no money if they paid wholesale price. And then the third example that I wanted to show you is this Revlon Color Stay foundation, which is a wholesale price of $8.47 per unit, and you have to buy a case of 48 in order to get that price. So $8.47 for this Revlon foundation. Let's see what it's selling for. Someone is selling 2 for $12.99 in free shipping. If you bought 2 at wholesale price, that's $17 at wholesale price to sell it for $12.99 and free shipping. Here's another listing where someone is selling it between $7.50 and $8.97 with free shipping. No profit there. $8.49, which is basically wholesale price and free shipping. So there really isn't a learning opportunity here when we're talking about wholesale. I just found it fascinating. I found that looking at a wholesale price list versus liquidation pricing, I feel like it's very eye-opening. It's very enlightening, to say the least. It also makes me appreciate liquidation that much more, especially because I know that I can get liquidated cosmetics in pretty close to the same condition as wholesale would be. Now, if you bought wholesale, you of course would be getting things case packed. It would be pristine, ready for shelf condition. But honestly, when it comes to cosmetics, here's an example. This is something that I got in that CoverGirl cosmetics lot. This is liquidation. And yes, this is what came from Wholesale Ninjas, which is why I love sourcing with Wholesale Ninjas so much. The packaging is about perfect. This looks almost wholesale to me, but I didn't have to pay wholesale price. I paid liquidation price. And when you pay liquidation price and you don't pay wholesale price, that gives you a little bit more profit margin than only making a few cents. So if you thought that liquidation was only making you a few cents profit, hopefully those wholesale prices opened your eyes, because that's crazy. I would never pay that. I'm being real. I would never pay that. But in the liquidation world, doubling your money is pretty typical. Sometimes you do better, sometimes you do worse, but the beauty of liquidation is that you pick items that are easy to list, they're easy to ship, and you're selling things that buyers want, which is one of the reasons why I love it so much. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you like content like this. It also really helps out my YouTube channel, so I greatly appreciate it. Again, if you do want to try out a cosmetics lot from Wholesale Ninjas, I will put my coupon code down in the video description, as well as a direct link to their site so that you can see all of the cosmetic lots that they have to offer. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell before you leave. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comments below. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys with my next video. Bye-bye.